I have a 24-hour layover in Paris and I want to show you the best Parisian experience by eating my way through the city. The only rule is we have to eat somewhere every 2 hours. So let's fill up and let's try some of the best cuisine in the world. It's 9 a.m. and we're going to start off the day with a traditional Parisian breakfast, which includes a croissant and cappuccino. We're at Grame and I'm super excited to get the day started. So we're starting off this morning with a cappuccino and a rhubarb cake. Already I can tell that the cake is super moist. There are a lot of floral notes in this. The taste of the rhubarb, there's a little tartness, and then there's this beautiful spice that comes at the end like a spiced cake. I love cappuccino art, so it just makes me really happy. Yep. I usually get oat milk on mine, so this is perfect. All right, so for breakfast, we got this beautiful fried egg on top of these crispy onion and potato pancakes, side with cream, which is kind of hiding, and then we have it topped with 3 slices of bacon. First thing I have to do when we get eggs is the egg yolk drop. These are like really big potatoes too. Look at that. Let's give it a taste. That's really good. What I really like about these potatoes is they remind you of hash browns, but they have grated onion in them as well, so it adds another depth of flavor. Perfectly salted and peppered fried egg, and then the cream sauce is just a nice finishing touch. And to wash it all down, I got this delicious detox drink that has cucumber, mint, and apple. It's 11 a.m. and we are at our second stop here at the Marches des Enfants Rouges. And I know I totally butchered that, but I want to go check out all the delicious food that they have to offer. This 400-year-old market is the oldest covered food market in France. It hosts a variety of cultural food from Moroccan, Lebanese, Italian, French, and more. After a bit of exploring and a quick wine tasting, we stumbled across a pop-up from rapper and chef Action Bronson, who was filming for his Hulu show, Fuck That's Delicious. The food stall was surrounded by teenage hypebeasts photographing and indulging in the sandwich. And Eddie, who's a huge fan of Mr. Bronson, was in line before I even could get a word in. Okay, so we're at the market and we happened to stumble upon Action Bronson's pop-up where he was making harissa lamb sandwiches with french fries. So of course we had to get one, so let's give it a try. So we have that beautiful lamb, onions, peppers with the harissa sauce, cilantro, mint, the french fries on top, and a crispy baguette. Let's give it a shot. Whoa, I don't think I've ever had a lamb sandwich with this much flavor. I'm talking about bold spices. You really taste that harissa, and then the creaminess of that sauce. That is so amazing with the freshness of the herbs. All right, I'm gonna go in on this. It's 1 p.m. and we are here at Au Pied de Cochon, which translates to the pig's feet. Supposedly, this is where Julia Child was inspired to become a chef. Some say it's a tourist trap, so let's find out ourselves. So to begin the meal off, they give you complimentary bread and pork tartare. I've never had anything like this before. I don't think this is my thing. Start off our lunch, I have to have my favorite drink, a dirty vodka martini. It's a hot day today, and to go with our oysters, I wanted a fresh mojito, so we're gonna dig into this too. Like, I'm not even kidding. That might be some of the best French onion soup I've ever had. You have this kind of salty beef stock and the caramelized onions with it. It seriously is, it's just like heaven in a bite. All right. Well, that is good. Very herby, lots of butter, baked together. They are a tiny bit chewy though, but that's just the texture of the snail. So I think together it's the perfect bite. This dish that we got is tarin, and it's a combination of different types of pork that they get from a local farmer. It's famous because it has a really special type of pepper inside that gives it a little more oomph and a subtle spiciness. That's interesting. Because pork is really fatty, it just melts in your mouth. I don't taste the pepper quite as much, but I love the subtle flavor of it. Like, you get a really rich pork flavor into this. If I had to pick a favorite dish, it has to be the French onion soup, or known here as just the onion soup. There's so many well-balanced flavors, and I am a sucker for a cheese pull, and that thing was incredible. To finish off the meal, they even gave us this adorable pig-shaped dessert. It was some of the best whipped cream I've ever had, and it really got our sweet tooth going. It is 3 o'clock. We have 2 hours till dinner, but we had to cheat a little bit and get delicious fresh gelato. Next stop is Amarino Gelato for a scoop on this hot French day. This unassuming gelato spot had a variety of fresh, all-natural flavors and was calling our name as we were walking the streets. As we quickly popped in, we lingered to taste the creamy samples and to enjoy a burst of the AC. It's a hot day, so you can see it's like melting really quickly. Whoa, it's like toasted almond. Oh, that is so fresh. I got caramel, coffee, and cherries and cream. It is my favorite meal of the day, and we are here at Al Cru de Bourgogne. Don't ask me how to say it or spell it or what it even means, but we are going to have a traditional Parisian style dinner. Steak frites, moles frites, heavy stews. It's going to be rich, it's going to be decadent, and I'm so excited to try it. All right, to start, we have some seasonal sauteed mushrooms. You have an assortment of fresh mushrooms in here, and it smells really buttery, so you know that's going to be a great combination. All right. Yep. And we also have some fresh fish tartare. It looks very light and refreshing, so I'm excited to try this one. It's very clean. You have your fresh fish and a drizzle of olive oil. We're starting with some beef bourguignon, so it's just like stewed beef, and we have creamy mashed potatoes to the side. Rich, decadent, love the red wine reduction. There's just so many like depth and like layers of flavor. Look how fluffy these mashed potatoes are. A beautiful steak with a creamy mushroom sauce, topped off with some sauteed mushrooms. Steak is very juicy. Insane. It's just the perfect combination to end the evening. And then, of course, we have our French fries. You gotta dip them in that sauce, too. That's the move. We've eaten a lot of food today, and as it is, we are ending on probably the best note that you can. This beef bourguignon is probably some of the best food that I've had in a really, really long time. You have depths of all of the flavors coming together in one pot. A lot of earthiness from the onions and the garlic, the potatoes, carrots. Your beef is just so tender, it's fall apart. You can pick it out with a spoon and it's just melt in your mouth. The beef bourguignon from this amazing restaurant definitely is the highlight and the best meal that we have had today. It's 9:30, it's still light out, and we are just getting some after-dinner drinks to wrap up our day of eating. It has been a full day, we are stuffed to the brim, and Paris has some of the best food I think I've ever had so far, so cheers to that.